Hello, welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. I get this request a lot for steaks, but my family is snooty and they only like filet mignon. So we don't have steaks that much around here, but we're gonna have them today. These are beautiful, super thick, as you can see, like 2-inch thick filet mignons. Beautiful. They're from Costco. I think it was 6 for like $60-ish. It's like $10 a steak, which is super cheap compared to the restaurants. Step one is you're going to let it sit out, which is going to go against all of your better instincts, but you're going to let it sit out at room temperature for at least an hour so that your steaks are not cold, because cold steaks don't get a good sear and they don't cook all the way through the center, especially a nice thick steak like this. So I know you're going to feel like, I don't want to do it, I'm scared. It's okay. We're going to leave it out at room and we're going to let it come to room temperature. Okay. You can, I know if you might be squeamish, you don't want to touch, but it's okay. If you want, this hasn't been sitting out long enough, but after 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, you can feel it and just feel if it's room temperature. If it still feels cold to the touch, we're going to let it sit out a little bit longer. Okay. And we're going to come back and I promise you it's going to be easier than you think. And I promise you, you can do it. There's always more than one way to make anything. There's more than one way to make a steak. So I'm just going to show you one method and we can try other methods as well. So I've got my oven preheated to 450 degrees. Okay. My steaks have been sitting out for a good amount of time. If there's any moisture, we're going to use a paper towel. We're going to pat them dry as best we can, because if it's wet, it's not going to get as good of a sear. Okay. So we're just going to pat them dry. If you see your meat turning brown, but you know that it's fresh and you just bought it and it smells fine, it has no off smell. This doesn't smell at all. There's no smell at all. It's totally fine. Brown just means it's oxidized, and that's totally okay, right? Actually, if it's super, super bright red, you want to ask yourself, what did they put on that meat to make it bright red? Because it shouldn't be bright red, right? So this has a little bit of brown, and that's okay. So we're patting it dry. I'm going to use grapeseed oil because I'm allergic to avocado oil, and this is a high heat cooking oil. Okay, you can use avocado if you like. You can use olive oil if you like, but it's probably going to burn on you because olive oil just doesn't have a really high smoke point. And a steak like this, you want to get scorching hot. So behind me, I have a cast iron skillet. And I'm actually using a Le Creuset with a lid just for ease of resting the steak after I take it out. But if you have like a regular $10 Lodge cast iron skillet, that's going to work beautifully here, okay? I'm coating the steaks in the oil. I'm going to go wash my hand because I have a dirty hand and I'm going to use seasonings. So I'm going to go wash my hand. You can just use salt, pepper. I love this blend, salt, pepper, garlic. You could use Montreal steak seasoning. You could use, whatever you like on your steaks. Be pretty generous. So I'm going to give it a good sprinkle on one side. And then I'm going to flip with my left hand because I'm going to shake with my right, and then I'll wash my hands afterwards. So that's just planning, right? I'm going to flip them over. And so now I have a clean hand for the seasoning. And I'm going to generously season this side. Steaks can handle quite a bit of seasoning. And you're just going to kind of roll around your edges and as much of your steak as you can and press the seasoning into the steak, okay? Because you want it to really have lots of delicious seasoning on it, and you want it pressed in so it stays on. Okay, my pan over here is scorching hot. I've got my vent fan on because this is obviously going to smoke. So you want your pan super, super, super hot, and you want that nice sizzle when you lay it down. Don't crowd your pan. And we're just gonna sear 2 minutes on this side. Press down your meat so you get good contact with the pan. Press it down, see all that smoke? Okay, we're gonna sear it for 2 minutes on this side. After 2 minutes, you're gonna flip over. Look at that gorgeous crust, okay? Flip it over onto the other side. We're gonna do 2 minutes on this side. Another little tip is to move it to a slightly different spot on the pan because the meat stole the heat from that spot. So I just nudged everybody over a little bit. After those 2 minutes, I'm gonna put a couple of knobs, big giant knobs of cold butter in here. I'm gonna put this whole pan into the oven, 450 degrees for 4 minutes. Okay, I wish I could leave them in this pan to rest, but you can't because this pan is really hot and so they're gonna get overcooked. So after 4 minutes, you're gonna pull them out and you're gonna put them, oh, these feel still pretty rare. You're gonna put them on a plate, and then you can cover that with foil or whatever you want for 10 minutes. You're gonna let them rest and come to temperature. For me, I'm just gonna use the lid for my pan, put it on top of my plate, and I'm gonna rest them for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna cut it and see what we're at. Add a little garlic to this butter, and we're gonna have a delicious dipping sauce. While this pan is still hot and I'm waiting for my steaks to rest, I'm just stirring a little to scrape off some of the crispy bits on the bottom of this butter, because I'm definitely going to be dipping my steak in here. Y'all ready? This is the part where the internet will flame you alive. Look, can you see all the drippings that come off? Let me get my tongs. Very out here for us, because the internet can be a little bit of a scary place. She's feeling medium rare. Let's find out what she is. Let's do a little cut test. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? She's a little rare in the center. She is a little rare in the center. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? Taste test. Y'all. Stop it. Stop it right now. If you like your steak cooked more than this, just do an extra 30 seconds, minute in the oven. 2 minutes. Don't go much more than that. You can get a meat thermometer. God. You can get a meat thermometer and shove it in there. Look up your perfect temperature for how you like your steak. Me personally, perfect medium rare. Look at how easy that was. Seriously. We seared it, seasoned it, seared it, threw it in the oven, covered it. I mean, a lot of people say it gets cold under the lid or tinted under foil. That's not the case. This is not cold at all. This is nice and warm. Come on. You can do this. I believe in you. Think of the applications too. Obviously, you can just eat it, but you can make steak salad. You can make steak burritos. Oh, so good.